Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into some second series action here on a beautiful Thursday night here in Black Ops 6 Spring CRL action. We have the New York SubPar and Seattle Sloths here at CK and Wolfie. We're going to introduce a new game for you folks watching here. We're going to start making some predictions on maps here. We're going to do kind of the pull something from the CDL, have a counter going, and kind of see who can guess the most maps right between CK and I over this series. And so honestly, from the two of us, we've seen one person in this whole lobby play, and that's typical ninja. So we really have no idea. But CK, I'll start you off. Who do you think's winning this one?
I have no idea, so we're gonna take a shot in the dark. I'm gonna say New York SubPar taking map number 1 here on Skyline. That'll be my prediction.
I would love to not agree with you, but I love yellow. And so what can I say? I think New York's taking this as well, not just from the start that they're having. I believe in typical ninja. He's one guy. I think he can just do it all. Probably not going to do it all because Shrump's season is 10-1 to start off this map. This could be a great one from him. He might drop 80. You never know.
Well, I mean, 80's 80's a crazy number. That would be quite insane. But maybe, maybe potentially, we see that maybe 250 to 249. Dude has 150 engagements, goes 80 and 70, something like that. I don't know, but it'll be interesting. New York subpar definitely starting off hot here so far, and I mean, Shrump's season 13-2 already. Anybody that's got season in their name, you just know that they're automatically a demon. I mean, I'm loading up into my Crimson ranked lobbies with the boys, and I just see somebody on the enemy team with season in their name, and I just think, boys, it's over. We're about to get absolutely dookied on here. But New York off to a great start here on the P1 and P2, up to nearly an 80-point advantage. They're kind of just winning all these gunfights. We see typical absolutely doing tricks near the bar, able to win a big gunfight there to secure his team that rotation. And we're soaking up this P3 here. We're looking to keep these players trapped towards the hot tub side of the map. And typical is just content, just hanging out behind the bar, soaking up this hill time. Already up over a minute for his boys. And, when Shrump's out here slaying everybody on the map, somebody's got to do it. So typical's like, bye, guys. I got it. Don't worry. You guys go do your thing. You fly. I'll just sit here and chill.
I mean, man, we haven't talked about it on broadcast before, and I'm really surprised. It's really has never come up, but we might have just an instant bagger alert. Just series number 2 of the season. This is crazy. He might just be having a pop-off game, but he's 23-5. Look at everybody else. 7 times 3 is 21. I mean, he's got 2 more than his whole team combined. Like insane, doubling the other team. This is nuts. So far, New York subpar doing it. I mean, it. Like I said last time, CRL's been rigged for people who play. It's got to be rigged for the casters. If we have a game going on, I mean, we're both gonna get it right. We're gonna be like 90-0, both of us.
Well, the problem is we're just so in tune with how Call of Duty works, and we just have such analytical gameplay. So we just know the absolute story of every single map and every single series overall. And just unfortunately for us, just because we're just the most elite casters in the entire world, it's unfortunately going to end up in a tie overall. But at least it'll bring some more enjoyment to our very monotone and boring COD casting here on the CRL. But throughout this first set, I mean, New York subpar, you're up 140 points. You haven't felt a whole lot of pressure or presence from the side of Seattle Sloths, and you're just looking to kind of keep this pace going. And if you're the Sloths, you're probably sitting here and wondering why the hell Scump is spawned in on your map right now and why you're playing that guy in the CRL. But that's who Trump Season thinks he is, and he's kind of proven it right now against these silver players. And I mean, if you don't start slaying out a little bit better from the side of the Sloths, you're going to find yourself in a deep hole, and this map number 1's going to be over before you even blink.
This is worse than a Chernobyl situation, if I'm being quite honest here. This is crazy, dude. I mean, you know how, like, you play ranked, and ranked's been really bad. If you play PC, just a crap ton of hackers. And I've seen it once. I've seen the Ricochet once. We might see a CRL Ricochet live. right here. If I'm being honest.
That would be a story to behold in the CRL, is to see a player booted off a team live on stream. But ultimately, New York, they've got the P2 spawns here. They've got the rotations through. They're winning the gunfights in Hill. They have the potential to win here, and we'll see if it continues to go on. But Seattle Sloths doing a decent job contesting, just not able to win the gunfights on the players in Hill. Fuzi getting some shots down towards the kitchen side of the map, not going to be able to get that kill. Now his teammates are going to be making their way through the front side of the piano bridge. Rocky's looking to jump over, looking to put some shots in, able to get Shrump there. Phase are going to come through immediately, though. And Seattle Sloths, you're back off spawns again. Still potential to win here if you're the side of New York. And with these players so deep off of spawn, and with a couple of New York reinforcements coming through off of spawn now as well, you have to win these gunfights early, but they're not going to be able to. And that's going to be New York SubPar winning map number 1 there, with a pretty dominant showing there.
Sure, yeah. Pretty dominant is the way to say that. I mean, the name is wrong here on this best play. This is Shrump.
So I'm going to pick New York SubPar here, the Hossie Search and Destroy.
Dude, I'm gonna have to agree with you here. I mean, we saw one player really do his thing, but I think it's just really tough mentally if you're the side of Seattle to come back. So I'll lock in that New York SubPar as well. But so far we're both looking pretty stupid.
We're both looking pretty stupid. I guess we are kind of those kind of guys. We also have some interesting colors I'm seeing here on the map. I didn't realize that our New York SubPar team, they might have had a roster swap, but apparently they also had an entire team swap. So they're out here riding against the admins of the CRL and saying, "You can't take our pride. We're now our own team." And they're no longer yellow and black. They're blue and then a little bit of yellow. So ultimately, we've got Silent here in a 1v2 scenario. He's going to be able to get the first kill onto Fuzi. Number 6, that's Cryptic, is not able to immediately follow up. You see the shots coming down. Fuzi, or he's going to chow out, but ultimately going to get picked off there. So New York SubPar are going to win that round number 1. Just when you're in the 1v2, you try to play your positioning and you're able to get the first kill, just not reading that the other players that close behind you. And Cryptic doing a good job there, able to get that trade and secure that round number 1 for his team.
Yeah, I mean, Cryptic's a new person on the block. He got some big shoes to fill after that map number 1. Looks like he's doing it here. He's 3-0. As for all sakes of joke purpose, I wonder if we see 2 CRL ricochets in one series. I mean, that of course couldn't be beat, could it?
Never say never, right? Anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. Proof is in the pudding right there. New York SubPar able to get the first 2 kills here, make that number 3 as well. Jakey Cake's gonna be left in a 1v4. This is gonna be pretty difficult. Bomb not down yet, so he could catch someone off guard here, but he's gonna have to catch a couple great timings on these players.
Yeah, and I mean, New York SubPar just playing spread out across this map right now. Jakey Cakes is going to have the chance to get Typical Ninja there, but ultimately Typical Ninja is able to win that 1v1. New York SubPar are going to go up 2-0 here, and they're doing a really good job of playing their life advantage early on. We saw, I think it was Cryptic, they're able to get that first blood and able to just play around that as a squad, play your trades effectively, and then just ultimately you're going to win rounds in search and destroy. So I think Mr. Wolfie could have been wrong. That first bloods equal dubs on Hossie Search. I'm gonna stand by it. We're gonna see otherwise, but I'll stand by it.
We already saw it. Round number 1, Seattle Sloths got the first blood and they lost. It's already over. Around 50%.
I don't think I have. I need proof. I might have been in
There's
the
VOD. Go back
chat.
and watch it. I mean,
I might have been in the Twitch chat talking crap on a certain somebody that's wearing a purple front roller jersey today.
I'm colorblind, so you got me on that one. I mean, here we go. We could test your theory again. Silent's going to get the first blood, immediately trade it out from the side of New York. They're really just playing slow here from the side of Seattle towards this B site. making sure they have site confirmed here before they get this bomb down. Rocky able to pick up that second kill. They're going to look for bomb plant now. Number 8, Fuzi going to run right past the bomb planter. Not going to see that. Robin is going to get up. And we see a couple toesies coming out from the side of typical ninja there. You'll be left in a 1v3 here. Bomb going down on B. Kind of reset the clock to 45 seconds here. This one's going to be an absolutely tough one for typical ninja.
First blood equals dub. I mean, it's true. It's true. It is. Were definitely some interesting rounds there. We saw Prophet, planting the bomb, and we see, I think it was Fuzi, kind of run right past him, and then Prophet's able to see his toes cross by him, able to jump off and get that kill, and then typical ninja looking at the toes of Prophet again, planting the bomb. He's able to hop off the bomb again, reposition, and get that bomb plant down. So just an interesting little round there, but ultimately Seattle get the first blood. We see the trade come down, and then they end up winning the round by playing their life advantage and a pretty decent post plant setup. So we're here now, 1-2 in the map number 2, and side of New York SubPar looking to get pretty active over towards the B side. Blackburn has made his way over towards the office side of the map. We're going to see Cryptic able to get that first blood, and then we're going to see him able to follow up and get that second kill as well. And now it's going to be a 3v2 advantage to the side of the New York SubPar here, and we'll see, does the first blood streak continue?
Do you think his name is Cryptic, or do you think his name is COD? Like, is Cryptic a clan?
I think his name is Cryptic, and he couldn't do the COD like all lowercase and connected, so it looks spaced out like a clan. I think that's what
Maybe he's just from. He might be from like the New England area. Might like COD. The fish, of course, for people maybe not from the New England area. I will kind of see here. Not much is happening. Everything's going to happen at once here from the side of New York SubPar. They're going to go up 3-1 here in this search, but so far, I mean, New York's doing what they need to, getting the kills. Cryptic comes in, fills the shoes of the 40-11 with a 7-1. So far, so good from the side of New York.
Yeah. One of the things that I've seen that's very interesting here so far, and I didn't really see a whole lot of it in the first map, a lot of these
Don't say
players
first bloods.
choosing to run a different barrel on their aims. We see, I think it was Prophet. I think he's running the gain twist barrel, and we see Cryptic there running the long barrel. Usually the reinforced barrel is kind of the play, but some of these players are choosing to run with something a little bit different. But what we just saw there, Wolfie, first blood to the side of Black Blur and the New York SubPar, immediately followed up by a second kill. I'm thinking that New York SubPar are going to win this round because they got that first blood.
I mean, here's the thing. So far, it's a pretty good percentage. It's not 100, and the next time you start talking, I'm going back in bot. New York SubPar win this round again. It's 4-1. I mean, we're gonna launch this up here. I can just do both. I mean, honestly, we're getting pretty good at this casting thing. You might as well just look up VOD and talk at the same time. But I mean, New York SubPar are doing what they need to. Getting the first bloods, I think it is very crucial, especially in this game. For some reason, you don't see a lot of clutches happening. I don't know really what it is about it, but it's just typically the way it's working this year. And so getting the first blood in search is always important, but this year I think is a lot more important.
I think it definitely is. I do agree with you. Getting 1v2 clutches or 1v3s, and I don't know if we've seen a 1v4 so far this year, is very difficult in this game, and part of it's map size. A lot of the maps are a little bit smaller. There's also just so much potential for follow-up. You seem to pick wrong all the time, and we're just going to see a bunch of ripping of kills go down here, and it's going to be immediately into Fuzi and Silent here in a 1v1 scenario. Fuzi does have the bomb, and he's kind of trying to decide where he's going to go here. He's looking to make his play kind of back through his spawn and potentially rotate over towards B, but I'm wrong. Guess wrong. He's going to make his way over towards well. Silent looks like he's up towards that single window. Might have got some good timing there on the cross. I don't think he actually saw him. So Fuzi's going to go for this bomb plant. Silent's going to make his way back to lobby, and I think he's going to make his way over towards B and kind of flip right back around. Fuzi's looking to kind of play his post plant setup over towards this well side, just kind of waiting to see when Silent's going to chow and see if he can get this position done. Silent's going to take his way outside the map. He's going to jump back in. Fuzi's going to get the good timing there, able to get that kill and secure that round number 6 to the side of the New York subpar.
You know, like I have to tell my wife a lot. I was actually wrong. So I mean, we're still perfect on the round count. I don't know what I was thinking, what I was looking at. Honestly, probably my Swedish fish, if I'm being honest. But New York got first blood that round. I'm assuming they won.
They won, so they did
I
get
mean,
first blood. That's how we can correlate together.
I feel like
Well,
we're being told the
our
opposite, but
producer's wrong.
I don't believe my
Producer's wrong.
producers ever. So we'll have to see a scoreboard kind of after the game, kind of see where first bloods go. But you know, it's a pretty even if they didn't, that would have been 28 in a row. Something's got to change, but I mean, it was 27 rounds in a row just tonight of first bloods equaling round win and search and destroy. Seattle Sloths here gonna even that up to a 2v2 here with Cryptic and Ninja versus Rocky and Jakey Cakes here. This is going to be for their map as well. We kind of see a fight going on here with Cryptic, able to pick up a kill. Rocky going to be left in a 1v2 for the map, and unfortunately is going to fall there. 6-1 from the side of New York, up 2-0, just like our record here for map counts. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're perfect on the season so far, and you know, I'm curious to see how long the streak will go, how long will it last, who will be the first to stumble. But made division between the New York subpar and the Seattle Sloths. For those of you that may just be joining in, the New York subpar are up 2-0 here in the series, looking to close their night out here 3-0 on this vault control, and they're starting off fast and early here on this A capture point.
You know, that's what they called me in high school.
A capture point?
Yeah, exactly. That's what they did. So far, New York subpar are attacking, able to get that first tick on A here, looking to cruise through that second tick as well as that rolls in here, looking to get maybe that third as well. Typical Ninja able to pick up one, Seattle able to hop on time just before they capture it, but New York subpar able to get that capture, and they're starting that rotate over towards B as they're already on site. Sorry, excuse me, already on point, and they have someone art.
Yeah, Black Blur is going to get some bad timing there on Silent there, back art. Silent's going to be able to get some nice little three-piece there, able to get these players off the time directly. But the reinforcements are still close for the side of New York subpar. They're going to be close to this hill. They're going to be looking to secure this, but ultimately some trades going down either way. Seattle trying to reposition here, control this B capture point, and while that A did go by really fast, you're still pretty close here on lives. Silent is doing everything he can right now on a 5 spree for his team. We see Rocky making his way up towards P3, looking to get some kills. We're going to see Typical Ninja and Cryptic sliding out onto point. Those kills are going to go towards the side of the Seattle Sloths, and just a solid defensive stalwart here. But we see number 64. That's going to be Black Blur on the flank again, able to get the kill there and secure this art positioning and look for these players off spawn.
Nothing better than number 64 on that Codcaster. New York subpar are on time. B is ticking pretty slowly here with one person. We're going to look for reinforcements here, but all 4 players from the side of Seattle are off spawn. 2 of them spawned art, 2 of them spawned P4. It's going to be pretty rough here. Second tick coming through already. Jakey Cake's looking to come out top art. Unfortunately, is going to die there. You see one fall. Kind of going to be the last player here. Rocky top art, able to pick up 1 kill here. We do see Blackbird with a team vehicle explosion. Unfortunately, going to stop that progress here. 50 seconds left. Lives are 8-6 here. Seattle Sloths got to be careful here. They need to set up some a good defensive wall here. Get some kills here. Silence, excuse me, is making a lot of progress in that side with kills on a 5 streak here. About halfway to a cruise here. We'll see if he can kind of keep this up.
Yeah, he's going to get only 1 more kill to progress him towards that cruise, so not able to get it for his team. We see Black Blur, again, the player that's close. He's going to be on that vault side. Typical Ninja on top art is going to get the kill as well, and that's going to be the B capture point secured. And round number 1 is going to go to the side of the New York SubPar. Ultimately, you get the A point done that fast. You start to make some early progress towards the B capture point. You just got to wait for your one little scenario where you get a couple of deaths to go down in your favor. Then you send 2 or 3 players to stack the hill time, and ultimately you're going to win offense here on ball control. So solid start to this map number 3 by the side of the New York SubPar.
Yeah, I mean, they just they got A so quick that they had a lot of time to work towards B. They kind of had a rough transition to B, but eventually able to get the kills, and eventually really just kind of came down to lives. They did get all 6 ticks, but when you kind of have one person left, it's kind of hard to get on time and stop those ticks.
Definitely is. And I mean, when you're trying to play your life too, you're trying to play slower and find your picks. It can be very difficult to kind of play that positioning. We're seeing some early progress over towards the B point, but Black Blur and Typical Ninja just fly at that, able to get those kills. We see Fuzi getting a kill top catwalk as well. And then they're looking to set up the spawn trap, but Silence able to win a big 1v1 there in the backside of in the backside of their spawn. Typical Ninja here though for the reinforcements as well. So you're constantly looking to try to keep this pressure up if you're the side of New York SubPar, not let any of these Sloths players slip the net too far. They're going to know that they're pushing up through this B street. Typical Ninja able to get one. We see another kill coming down from the outside. They're able to clean up the B point as well. And then the Seattle Sloths are going to be back off spawn, and they're going to be looking to make their way probably towards this A point. Silence, the last player that's left up close. He's going to put some shots down from catwalk, but ultimately not able to secure any kills.
Yeah, so far Seattle is making good progress towards A. We do see an eventual contest coming down here. Prophet able to get that kill. Gonna get off time, go towards line here, see if he can pick up some forward kills, try to get some map possession for his team. Looks like they have cat control here as well, so it's going to be easy to try to get some A time. And right as I say that, the side of New York are able to pick up 2 free kills on that A side. We do see 1 player left there, and JKK's pushing towards that line, but haven't been the side of Seattle haven't really been able to get a lot of map presence. Blackberry able to pick up 1 kill towards the side, and that's going to be 3 dead from the side of New York SubPar. So Seattle, 3 people on time. Second tick coming in here pretty shortly with 20 seconds left, but New York come in and get a 3-piece.
Yeah, big push up there by the side of New York, able to clear those players off the A capture point and not let that final tick come through. But Jakey Cakes able to clean up that last player there. We're going to see 2 players stack this time. There's going to be Typical Ninja close. He's going to try to make his play here now. He's able to pick off 1 player. Black Blur is able to come in through the back wide as well and clear off this point. And with 5 seconds left here off of spawn, number 5 is going to have to jump straight onto the time. He's going to be met by an immediate contest. Black Blur able to get 2 more kills, able to finish off the 3rd as well. And that's going to be round number 2 to the side of New York SubPar, able to have a stalwart defense there on the round number 2.
Yeah, I mean, doing kind of what they've done all series, just controlling the map, controlling the gunfights, winning everything. Really nothing surprising here from the side of New York on what we've seen so far. So they're going to be on the attack here. Had a little bit of fumble, like I mentioned last round, on the transition between A to B. So we'll kind of see if they can fix that here and get ready kind of for the future attacking rounds that they may have involved.
Yeah, and I mean, so the side of New York here, you had a solid offense round number 1. It got pretty close there towards the end. They're looking to maybe have potentially a better middle part of this round number 3 to close this out here in a 3-0 fashion. On the side of Sloths, this is your series here. It's kind of done for the night or get the dub right now. They're making their way through the catwalk side. They're looking to kind of push through the spawn. Prophet knows there's a player there trying to free fire a little bit, ultimately gets killed by Fuzi there in the back of his spawn. There's A point is going to fly here with at least 2 players on and 1 player close. Black Blur is looking to maybe make a play through catwalk and support his teammates from up top. He's going to get into a gunfight there, able to win that. Rocky can make his way through mid door, able to jump into time, gets 1 kill, but not able to secure the second. So with 2 more players still here onto A, this A capture point is going to be secured. And with 2 minutes left here, all you got to look is for your potential spear to kind of break through this art defense and be able to secure this B capture point.
Lives are pretty still pretty close here. Plus or minus 6 towards the side of New York. They are on time. We do see an early contest coming down here from the side of Prophet. Cryptic able to pick up that kill. so far so good for the side of New York on this transition towards B. This is going to be a 2-stack. We do have one player Art here spawning those players towards that P4 side, so it's going to be tough for the side of Seattle here as that B control is about halfway done now as they're getting those fights towards Art. Blur is winning every single thing there. We see a car kill. It's going to be second tick coming in. This is going to be definitely a third cap here from the side of New York SubPar 3-0. That is going to be your series as well, New York SubPar 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, solid vault control there, able to win it in pretty easy fashion from their perspective, able to get the A capture point secured early on both those offensive rounds is going to lead to success, and then ultimately they just waited for their opening to go through and secure the B capture point as well, and they win their